trying to look at the laptop. I'm trying to use the laptop. It looks like I'm feeling you up. For the record, I am not. There we go. I think that works. Oh, I don't care about this. Okay. Scooch in a little. You're the one who set up the camera. It's the English subtitles. What, are you gonna be on eBay this whole time?
No.
Gordo, say hi.
No.
Alright, fine. Then check if the audio is coming through okay.
Yes.
Please adjust the slider until the computer is barely visible. Is this gonna be scary?
Oh, maybe.
Alright, then I'll set it to, like, here.
I will say it's not an intentionally scary game.
So should I set it to here?
Oh, I was just set it like a normal thing. Don't set it to expect anything.
Well, it says until the computer is barely visible. So how's that?
I mean, that's probably fine.
Not mine?
Oh, one more. One more. Yeah.
What is the current time?
8:15.
AM or PM? What's the exact time? Alright, fine.
8:15.
You need to scooch more. We probably should have set it to wide.
It's fine.
It's not fine. It's too scary. The end is never, the end is never, the end is never, the end is loading. Your computer's loud.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-eating, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
Oh no.
Something that would forever change Stanley.
Oh,
Something
no.
he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened, this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Is this like that Ryan Reynolds Free Guy?
No.
Oh, that's me. Can I follow instructions? Should I follow instructions?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Alright, where's this bitch of a meeting room? Can I inspect things? Oh, it sounds like clicking a keyboard and a mouse. Alright. Wise guy.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Is this how my ending is decided? On how I follow instructions?
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
These are all very important.
Are you being sarcastic?
In real life.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Make sure your slide has a slick blue graphic in the header and throw some bevel on all the text. Everyone is unique, you most of all.
Yay.
Monetize free to play. Meta. Should I keep moving?
All I'm gonna say is that you do what you feel like doing.
Alright, I'll keep moving, and then this seems like a good game to go back for an Easter egg playthrough.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I'm gonna give him what for. Nice asshole.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned
I
it
spilled beer on my
an
ankle.
extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Alright, come on, you goon. It's being difficult. Come on. Shut up!
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Why is it doing this?
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Whee! Uh-oh. Am I gonna get the portal done? That's a button. Oh, where do you think it wants me to go? What's that song? How's that song go?
I'm in an elevator. Oh yeah, an elevator. That one.
No, I was talking about the Blink-182 one.
Oh, that one I don't know.
Down, 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 down.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
This narrator sounds like the guy from the trailer for Little Misfortune.
That probably is one.
Little Misfortune. It's the cake.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I'm gonna be a sport. Bonk.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible
it's
secret
you.
did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
It's
Did he
been a
have the
long
strength
time,
to find out?
hasn't it? Remember when you killed me? Aperture science. Taking another.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
I do overstate my satisfaction.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the
That's how you make
proof,
money.
the heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions, happy or sad or content. Walking, eating, working, all of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
I want to play with the buttons. Do I get a game over? Fine. I'm just a cog in the man's machine. Game over?
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other
The troll
mysteries did
game.
this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing.
Good ending,
Stanley
first try.
stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the
And
immense
ironically, I'm not in
possibility
control
of the new
anymore.
path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Yeah. Okay. Alright, alright, alright. It's an easy game. Easy game, Gordo. Here I go again on my own. Can I only click things? Oh, I can crouch. Partition Corp, providing partitions for 56 years. Okay. Alright, let's just do the same thing
All
again
of
and
his
again.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply
Who
misremembered.
farted?
No matter
That's
how
a
hard
classy
Stanley
mug.
looked, he couldn't find a trace of his
You know,
co-workers.
433 is the cut-up of the office.
Because of the who farted mug. Oh, for a second I see it says number 1 dad, but I thought it just said like it was like I heart dad, but with the heart like peeled off.
That was just a dad.
I dad. I wonder if I'll get more button faculties or. That's nice. See, now whoever hung that, they know how to mat a painting. Bob got me a painting that he didn't know that a mat is supposed to be like, it's supposed to cover the edges of the painting.
Hmm.
Like especially, you know, like paintings where it's taped down and the mat covers it, so it's just the painting's like loosely hanging, falling about.
Well, it's a bad frame.
Yeah, it's not the greatest frame.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
You can't jump.
That's what answers that question. You will not get a jump button.
I was just hoping for like a pick up button or an examine. Or like a zoom in. How the mighty have fallen. Blaze it. I hate Mondays. Heathcliff said that.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open
Oh,
doors,
I'm
this was
making
not the correct
my-
way to the meeting room, and
my
Stanley knew it
way.
perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Making your way in the world today takes everything you got. I wish I had a zoom. When they introduced the zoom into Portal 2, what a fucking game changer.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Shut up.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Shut up.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Am I gonna miss out on stuff for not following the initial directions?
I'll say just set your own path. If something looks like a way you want to take it.
Ooh.
So whether that's like following directions the entire time, none of the time.
But I'm a perfectionist. The term that I came up with in my last Stardew Valley stream was casual perfectionist. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it is in motion. Will cause death. Penalty for misuse of cargo lift, $1,000. Penalty from jumping off the cargo lift, 5,000.
Look, Stanley, but in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
They'd be right. If only there wasn't this long loading. This kind of reminded me of 12 minutes.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could
Yeah, I could see
Stanley
that.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour on his way to the meeting room. Life without having experienced this room was now too horrible even to consider.
Give me this.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it. At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room was creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality.
Oh, fuck
It's
off.
possible that this is why everyone left.
Okay, Gladys. Take a cold drink. What time is it?
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue.
Yes,
But when
yes.
a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
Look how clean these lights are. Not a single fly.
That's how you know the light guy's doing his job.
Except some of them
But
are
at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
Alright, fine.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
What do you think?
Don't go that way.
Don't go this way?
No.
I'm gonna have to progress the plot at some point.
I'll say this is all progressing the plot in some way.
Ya la di da.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
Fine.
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
Dick hole.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I
Sideshow Bob
thinking?
sounding fuck.
It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down right, left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way. No! No, 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 no. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler.
Uh-oh.
Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay.
Look at my shoes.
We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, hmm? Okay, from the top.
It's kind of like a memory game too, right?
Yeah, that's kind of part of it, like trying to remember, like, you know, oh, there's like a button there,
All this
there's
code
another
is
path
gone.
there.
What could it mean?
See, this is
Stanley
why I think
decided to
that's
go
why
to
I
the
want to do
meeting
the
room.
obvious
Perhaps he had
paths
simply
first.
missed a memo.
Yeah, I'll say if I know there's like kind of something cool that might be hard to find, I'll let you know.
When
But
Stanley... Wait, what?
What?
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Or did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure.
I think my brain would have
Come,
absolutely,
Stanley.
like,
Let's
fried
find
coding
the
this.
story.
You know, like the whole, like even just the most basic game coding. If this, then this equals that. If less than these. Algebra. Is that fucking garlic sauce?
I think it's duct tape or packing tape.
It's Papa John's.
No, that it says garlic.
I'll say
Oh,
it.
does
This
it?
is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there
Hun,
definitely
I know
was
garlic
a
sauce
story
when I
here
see
before.
it.
Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not? All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's
didn't they have
possible
Steve
the
Merchant
story
on
is
this
back
game?
where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
My head is shining. I see the burden. Was that mug always spilled?
Yeah.
Oh.
Aha! I knew we'd missed something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Why don't you ever charge your PlayStation? Oh, scary.
Now this...
My shirt's
Well, I'll be
falling
honest.
off.
I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job. Oh, no.
So good at the
I
thing.
don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
I feel like as a teenager I smoked pot in there.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parabl Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Oh, I get it now. Yeah, beat the game. See, if only all video games
See,
were
the
this.
line knows where the story is.
I love the
It's over in
TM.
this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
It's a Zodiac Riddler. What song is it? Oh, 007. This, Bridge over the River Kwai. Great Escape. I'm belligerent. Alright, no, this music's too annoying to be belligerent. I'm lost!
Don't worry, as long as you have the line, you'll never be lost.
Alright, Danny Elfman, calm the fuck down with this music.
Wait, cut the music. Go
Thank
back
you.
and look at that fern. Stanley,
Oh, that's a nice
this
fern.
fern will be very important later in the story.
Write that
Make
down.
sure you study it
Jot that down.
and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Jot that down.
Looks like the kind of fern where an elephant would hang out.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, yeah, you'll find out.
Does he know something I don't?
I'm just making stuff up.
Looks like an elephant's hideout.
Hmm.
You know what I mean.
Hmm. Hey, my love, how did you go?
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
No, that's a trumpet. He went out hunting with his elephant.
No, not again, Line. How could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... No, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Oh, Danny looks so fierce. What is she saying?
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh,
Sexy.
This all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Why don't you get your guitar?
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just
Are you sad that you don't get the end
forging a
seat?
new path, a new story.
Do you
Well,
want
it
to
could be
switch?
anything. What do
It's
you want
fine.
our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Oh, cool. It's just this.
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley.
You
I also like to
TM.
veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines or monitor rooms.
I
Just
do
don't
like the
acknowledge
implication
it.
that the line
Initial
bursts through the
sign.
ceiling.
Robine is sad. Why are you sad, Robine?
I'm not sad.
Because you're not the star of the show? Oh, yeah, oh my god.
Well, it was because they, you know, they cut the music.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in
Drink your
our
fruit drink.
control. How
I don't have any, I'm
important
out.
we mustn't squander the opportunity.
Do you want me to get you one?
In fact,
I
I
can get
believe I
one.
need a minute to think here.
Give it to
Just
him.
walk in circles for a minute. Okay.
Yeah, I
so
can
I
go
know
with the
that
computer
each
if you
door
want to get up.
has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere the
Yeah,
place
just let
where
me
they're
know if,
trying to go,
You know,
there
just
must
be,
a reverse
be the chat
door
boy.
that leads here.
No.
And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come,
this guy
Stanley,
talking about?
our destiny awaits.
I don't know. I'm walking counterclockwise. Or no, I'm walking clockwise. They should have had Wheatley. The confusion ending! Hey, I could have lit that.
You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all
Oh, is this what I've actually done?
determined?
Yep.
So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this...
And which one were we on?
Well, nobody knows. That's the confusing part.
thing, wall. Well, who can
Alright, looks like this was the
How
fourth.
do I get to decide?
And you notice when they pause it, it blurs it out, so you can't really see it.
Yeah.
How dare you?
How dare I not?
Bob's having a stove. I want one too. You know, I'm something more than just the fat guy with the bowling shirt. Yeah, I've discovered that I've gained so much weight that I'm pretty much, I can only wear bowling shirts now. Maybe Hawaiian shirts. I'm kidding. It's just the only clean shirt I had was a bowling shirt.
Life's a beach.
Life's a beach.
Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really...
Quick, Gordo, read it all.
What? I don't...
Alright, what's it all say?
I already did. I'm not going to tell you.
No! You read it!
The last one is Stanley dies.
I saw something about the narrator disappears and Stanley dies. Here, how about this? When you finish this stove that you're having...
I'm going to bed.
Oh my god. Asshole. Alright, well, stand by for your
To
instructions.
be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped.
I
Does
can't
that mean-
retain information that
Did we
long.
do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story, wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you...
This is the one where he forgets about the restarts.
We'll find out.
Eventually. Click stream information. Stream info.
Yes?
Yeah. Okay. Okay, that's fine. You can close it. There was a Twitch glitch where if you're streaming from PlayStation, it would just say games and demos.
Mm-hmm.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
That's what they call me, Mr. Memo.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Now, what did they say in the other playthroughs?
I can give you a nudge towards this, like something different if you need it, but
You can give me a suggestion.
Well, I know a little bit, so it wouldn't be a real suggestion. So I'll do what you want.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished.
Oh,
His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real.
Who farted mug?
And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it.
Is that there intentionally because it's a mug that I noticed?
This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Doesn't everyone
Now
have
the
that?
voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice Describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself.
Just make me
I'm
sleepy.
through with this dream. I wish it to be over.
Well, he's
Let me
waking
go
up.
back
It
to my
should be the
job.
opposite.
Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife,
Oh, I
and my
have a
job.
wife.
All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been.
Yeah, I
My
did that the
life
first
is
time.
normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
It's like freezing to death.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
That's why I like working from home.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work.
What the?
But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man.
Yeah,
He
pause
was
for a
obviously
second.
crazy. This
Oh, I was hoping it would say like the Mariella Parable instead of the Stanley Parable, but I guess it doesn't have the title.
much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body.
That's kind of what it's like working like Northeast Coast cities, where it's like you pass a dead body and you're like, like, oh yes, there by the grace of God go I. Where, it's just a normal thing to see a dead person, and you're like,
Yeah.
you missed some shit, Rabbi.
Sorry, I was fixing the toilet.
Oh, because it was doing that weak flush.
Yeah, the flapper fell off at the
Was it my fault?
arm. You know, the chain got uncoiled.
So, Stanley is having an existential crisis along with the narrator, and then everything went black, and Marielle is walking by, and she watches this man collapse and die on the street.
Mario?
Marielle.
Okay. That's like a nod to Mario, probably.
And then she turned and ran.
But she didn't jump on him yet.
No, Marielle's working in, like, Trenton or Jersey City or something.
the ramp top.
Yep.
Well, you should... Oh, why didn't you alert me? Thank you for the gift subs, Hellblazer. Thank you so much. So now the exchange is you can give him the wrap top, and I'm gonna give you a guitar. What are you doing? Yeah, wrap top. I don't have the overlay, so it's not gonna show up on the screen.
Okay. So.
You give him the wrap top. I give you a guitar.
I don't want a guitar.
I give myself a smoke. I gotta have a smoke.
Okay, then I have one. I don't care. What do you want me to do with this?
Will you give a summary of Marielle's reaction to seeing Stanley?
I'm not sure.
You don't remember?
Well, she found the guy and was like, "Whoa, this is weird." And
Whatever.
The guitar's out of tune.
Is it out of tune or is it in E?
It sounds okay.
If it's not in E flat, you say it's out of tune. Do all the strings sound a step too sharp?
Your strings are fine. It's just...
Sir, your lips are fine. I don't like to smoke on stream.
Oh, man. How do you play that one song?
Which one? Take some time, that one? Oh, Taylor? Good.
Yeah, I forgot the...
I forgot to add music to my tags.
There it is.
They say Taylor was a good girl, never wanna be late, complain, express ideas in her brain. Working on a night shift, in my park here. I don't remember the words. Well, mommy's little dancer's quite a little secret, walking down the street now, never gonna keep it.
Why was Ben Stiller in that music video?
I don't know. Poor Taylor, she just wanders around, unaffected by the winter weather. She'll pretend that she's somewhere else, so far and clear, about 10,000 miles from here. Oh, I want to do the part about Peter Patrick.
Yeah, that's the best part.
Peter Patrick, Peter Patters on the window. Sunny silhouette won't let him in. Peter's got nothing left, 'cause he's been falling. But somehow Sonny knows just where he's been. He thinks that singing on turning on to save his soul. Now that Saturday's gone, sometimes he thinks he's on his way, but I can see that his brake lights are on. He just hovers around. Sorry, I wanted to put my... Are you about to play, Damn It?
That is Damn It.
I took her out. is how we feel. You gotta keep the people entertained. Desperado. You still don't know how to play that.
No. Only evils know how to play that.
I know how to play that. You just take some basic chords and augment the shit out of them. Give me a tune.
Megadeth.
I don't know any Megadeth. Are you gonna sing?
No.
Play a tune I know.
Hurry up.
Oh my god, you don't have to be here. Oh, you do a little bit. You both do. Gordo, you gonna sing?
No.
I'll let you have the arm seat if I'm still in frame. You gotta scooch. What, you wanna play Fall Guys or something?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I think this game might be a little repetitive. Play.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. What but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Have I ever taken that door?
You took this one, but not the one all the way at the end.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
This is just like 12 minutes. Yay, I get to go to the toilet.
It's the Extreme Bathrooms magazine.
Yikes.
Oh wait, there's a graffiti on the wall.
Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast, money... Crisp? Pizza bagels. Pizza in the morning, pizza in the evening, pizza at breakfast time. When pizza's on a bagel, you can eat pizza anytime.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet.
So hard to
and so
click.
the boss had assigned it an extra secret pin number, 2845.
How do I go
But
back?
of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Wait, you should type in 2112 because of Rush. At least try it.
Stanley
Fine.
just sat around twiddling his thumbs.
20,
Trying to input anything on the
21,
device was
Yeah.
useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Why wouldn't they put a Rush reference in this? That's what I
They're
want to know.
stupid.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Keep going. Sitting on a park bench. Sitting on a park bench. Sitting on a park bench. Oh, I'm going back up.
Whoops. Nope. Never mind. Stanley actually got back into the elevator and went back up. Silly me. Why did Stanley do that when he knew that it would just lead back to his boss's office? Well, that's a great question. I just can't wait to find out.
Stanley on a park bench. Stanley on a park bench.
Here we are, Stanley. It's your boss's office. Exactly the way it was before you got onto the elevator. It's still just exactly what it is. What a decision you've made to come up here and look at
Shut
the
up.
office again. This has fleshed out the plot of the story in new and fascinating ways I could have never anticipated. It's that keen eye for storytelling that you have, an incisive rapid fire of critical plot points, one after the other, weaving a rich tapestry of uncompromising narrative. Wow. I'm bolted to the edge of my seat.
Sitting on a park bench. Sitting on a park bench.
Incredible. Now he's getting back into the
I'm gonna
elevator
go up.
and going down
Go
again.
back up.
Ladies and gentlemen, how does he keep coming up with all of this?
Sitting on a park bench. What? Do you want me to go back up?
Go back up. See what he does. Yeah, he's a real prick.
Yeah. The way the light is hitting your hair on the camera, you got a flock of seagulls thing going on.
Good.
Did you think we were going to go forward down the spooky corridor? No. It's time once again to go back up in the elevator. I can't even begin to grapple with what might be up there. Is it the boss's office again? Or what if it's the boss's office this time? The suspense is killing me.
I think it's gonna be the boss's office.
No. And so as the expression goes, genius is doing the same things over and over, expecting different results. Well, I think the actual quote is insanity.
Oh my God. It's the boss's office. This absolutely changes everything for me. Give me a time out here for a minute while I process this.
The bird is drinking! Yeah. Play those harmonics.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm prepared to embrace this stunning revelation and to move forward with... No, wait. No, I need more time to process.
Real fresh guy.
I think he's putting you on hold because you keep putting his story on hold.
Ah.
All right. I have fully come to terms with it. I have made space in my worldview for this astonishing new reality. As before, I turn to your expert eye for gripping narrative, Master Stanley. Of course. Going back down in the elevator. How did I not anticipate it? I mean, sure, now it's obvious, but you have to understand that 30 seconds ago, this kind of thing had never been attempted before. I had no frame of reference to even anticipate it. That's just how revelatory Stanley's decision-making is. A breath of fresh air in a landscape of storytelling that has grown stale and repetitive.
Loading.
Button is there.
Go back up.
You know what? I've just thought of something. Hold on, let's stop for a moment. Don't you realize? It's the anticipation, Stanley. You and I, we have no way of knowing what will be at the top of this elevator. But the suspense, the agony of waiting and anticipating and having to guess, that's the real thrill. Oh, I simply don't want to let that feeling go. It's so precious, so fleeting. Why don't we take this elevator ride nice and slow? There we go. Isn't this so much more exciting? You know, Stanley, it seems like nowadays the only thing that audiences want is to be shocked as loudly and frequently as possible. They want big, explosive moments flung right in their faces from the very moment that things get started. But where's the tension? Where's the trust in the audience to build a slow and nuanced appreciation for the story, the characters?
Put a big Yoshi in the chat.
Time to imagine the surprises, to have to think and to anticipate, and then to marvel at the eventual reveal. This is storytelling, Stanley. What you and I are doing right now.
Now this is pod
This is the
Thank
most
you.
exciting narrative to be developed in years, and it's really all because of you. You're the one who took this bold step of revisiting the exact same locations over and over. Truly, I mean it. This is unique and different. It's not like anything else out there. You see, I want stories that surprise me, Stanley. I want to have to think. I want to be engaged and not pandered to.
We got 5 big Yoshis so
such
far.
unimaginative drivel all the time, and we all know it, which is why we're so starved for content that makes us feel sharp and vital and alive. That's why people like you so much.
Starved for content?
Because you're not afraid
On
to
my
spit
stream?
in the face of tradition. You're a role model, you know? People look up to you. Which is why, though I didn't know when to spring this on you, but, well, I've gathered a little press conference for you, so that you can talk about your work and your storytelling and your life. Yes, I know you're not much for the public eye, but I thought it would especially mean a lot to the people who have been following you from the beginning. They really look up to you, Stanley. I don't know if you realize the impact you have on them. This is the kind of gesture that might leave a tremendous impact on them for the better. Oh, good, we're here.
I wonder what's here.
I bet it's not the boss's office.
It's actually not.
Oh! The recognition I
The room we were holding
deserve!
the press conference should be just around the corner here somewhere.
Live on stage. How we did it, the pyramids. Finally, a white guy reveals. The guy who went to Mars is Joey Bonzo, ladies and gentlemen.
Ah, yes, here it is, just through this door.
The what? That door? This door? That's where the finger point.
All right, are you ready? I've told them you're going to speak a little bit about the nature of surprise in
This is my
storytelling
rider.
and what it
Almonds,
means to
chair,
craft a
gum,
truly
table, nut
unpredictable
bar.
narrative. Oh, don't worry.
Almonds
You'll do
and
great.
nut
Just be
bar are
yourself
different.
And speak from the heart. I'm really proud of you, Stanley. Okay, it looks
a
like
dumb
we're ready
rider.
for you. Go get 'em.
Remember when one of the times we saw Lemuria and they said that their specific rider was a pizza?
Mm.
But then I think they were still hungry because like Kearns ate it all or something. What was this? Is that BJ Novak?
Yeah, Stanley.
Oh, that's me. Oh, 427, they have my number. I wish I could zoom. What does it say? Break a leg, champ. Your boss. Hang on, I gotta get closer. I need to clean off my glasses. I love the way you ride elevators. Story. Stanley, me, dad, age 6. Thanks for showing me that cool skateboard trick in the parking lot. You are too cool. Good luck on stage. Rock on. Another break a leg champ, your boss. Same exact note. Stanley, my true love for you grows every day. You make me feel alive. Your wife. From the apartment ending. No one tells stories the way you do. Go get 'em, Tiger. So I have a wife in the apartment ending. Did we get that one yet?
I don't know. I generally don't know. That wasn't like a...
Up again, down again. Okay, so this, I'm guessing you unlock this from riding the elevator an annoying amount of times. The dude who came up with pizza. Is it me? No, it's Joey Bonzo again.
Guy's doing everything.
Lord? The Lord? Is that one of the guests? I've arrived!
I was gonna say, imagine after all that, there's still the boss's office.
Well, that would be like Portal. Can I jump off the edge? Oh, I got tinnitus. What?
What are you doing?
I moved my elbow.
No, right into my side.
This side?
Like, I'm pointing you towards another fun one if you want to do that. Or if I just want to keep up.
Well, how long is this game? Like, is it a one night or is it multiple night?
I don't think anybody knows.
Ah.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a
My button
memo.
popped open again. I'm gonna go pee.
Get rid of this guitar.
What are you gonna entertain?
I wasn't going to entertain.
You're gonna entertain while I go pee.
Do we have anybody watching?
I don't know.
We can
We
run
have a
several
lot.
30-second ad breaks. Or I guess that'll be a 1 minute ad break.
Do you want to take a break on this stream?
What do you mean a break? An ad break.
Yeah, but you know that it's still gonna show up in the VOD and subscribers.
Oh, well, we can solve that problem. I can cut a different ad for them.
Oh no, what is he gonna do? I just want to go pee. Oh my god, my gut.
No, don't worry about it. We got ads coming in. You're on.
Oh, do not. Oh. Can't I just? Oh. You want me to pause the stream?
Sure, pause the stream. Because I'd like to have a stew.
Hey, no one in this house smokes. We'll be back, fellers.